He travelled far, he travelled wide, explored an ocean deep inside. He'd overcome confusion, confronted wisdom and disillusion, and was a crow with a tale to tell. His life had started from an egg, quickly learning how to scavenge and beg. He'd been known by many different names, renowned for his carrion survival games. His life's an adventure full of fear and high risk, now been made famous by the Crow Potty disc. I met him myself not too long ago. He had a battered up wing and was missing a toe. We all called him Crow, but Cornelius he preferred, being a dark, interesting bird. An ancient smile would remain fixed on his beak, and you'd have to listen hard to catch the words he would speak. He told me of his life on the coast, how he would to the seagulls boast, "Watch me catch the biggest crab, tear it open with one stab." He remembered his days in the cool, salty breeze, and then told me why he'd fled to the trees. He'd seen a tanker in the north with lots of oil spewing forth. He'd heard poisoned dolphins screaming, "It's mankind against the earth, they are plotting and scheming." Who is this mankind who had been so happy to judge over the lives of his friends by filling their homes with pollution and sludge? A brave young bird, idealistically absurd, flew into the sunset in search of mankind to warn him of the destruction he was leaving behind. Over fields and hills, down long straight grey roads, surviving on burying the occasional toads, he flew to the place that was known as the city because of the air that tasted bitter and shitty. Had he realised mankind was not one, his eyes were blinded by the setting sun. Perched on a statue he looked all around, seeing billions of pigeons covering the ground. He felt weak and insignificant. What could he do to change the way things stand? The pressures of living in a police-governed land. Had he any chance of success? From his point of view, the world was a mess. As he slept, in the dawn crept. Once again a new day was born. The sun was shining and he was feeling warm. After quickly hassling something to eat, he flew to the place known as 10 Drowning Street, perched on the railings to see inside all the corruption they were trying to hide. Mrs. Snatcher herself, she could be seen quite clearly. She was telling someone off and horse-whipping them severely. "If this ever leaks out," he could hear her voice shout, "an inquiry will be held on my finance. What is called for, boy, is your absolute silence. For if anyone knows that Britain is skint, and I've invested everything that's in the Royal Mint on military scientists to explore devastating weapons for the purposes of war." When Crow heard this, he was dazed and shocked. Was the whole world about to be rocked? His claws gripped tightly round the steel bar. Then inspiration came as if somehow from afar. He would start a revolution with the help of all his friends, bring the government tumbling down until the chaos ends. He would organise and demonstrate, infiltrate and exterminate, and rid the world of all evil force if the destruction of the planet was on its course. He needed a plan of action and an army on his side. Did he understand the seriousness of his task? In who could he confide? He was prepared for a struggle. He believed in his dream. Perhaps this planet he would redeem. Will he wait for the humans to burn themselves out, or stand up for his rights and make it a political shout? It's a stone in the water, a ripple in the ocean, set the wheel again in motion. Crow had become a fully fledged anarchist, hoping to create the effect of a catalyst.